Hi everybody, it is Kate. Today, very scary video. So I watched Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted, and this movie came out in 2012. I watched this in theaters and left in the middle of it because I was so scared. I was 6 years old. Me and my younger sister left in the middle of it because we were so scared, and I have never rewatched it. So I did recently. And I want to go through it because this genuinely gave me nightmares. I was so scared. So let's get into it. So obviously, we have our four main characters. I think everyone has seen at least the first one. Marty, Alex, Gloria, Melman. And they're currently in Africa. And they're like, we want to go to Monte Carlo because that's where the penguins are going. And the penguins have a plane so we can go home to New York because we want to be on our freaking zoo. So, Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, is set in Kenya, right? So they swam from Kenya to Monte Carlo. And it's like 3,600 miles to go from a straight line. And then they did it and the penguins are still there. They go to Monte Carlo along with King Julian and his little two assistants. All of the animals kind of crash this casino in Monte Carlo to the point where animal control is called, and her name is Captain Dubois. She is a French evil woman, and we meet her and she has a ton of animal heads on her wall. Ew. And it is like it's like little baby animals. It is so sad. This is the part that I think I cried in the theater at. Like, genuinely, in 2012 I cried. It was genuinely really scary for me, and it looked like, again, at my grown age now, I still was like, that's really sad. Like, that is dark. Like, it is dark. It is insane. Like, there are, like baby animal heads and all these animals that are, like, on her wall. And then, like, it shows, like, in the back of, like, she has, like, a bunch of, like, puppies or, like, small cubs in, like, cages. She has a lion, like, mount that she wants to put she has, like, the base of the mount, right? And she's ready to put a lion on it. So it's, like, Tifa, this ain't animal control. Like, Kraven the Hunter-ass collection. Like, I was really like, okay, so I was not dramatizing this in my head. Like, it was bad, and I was like, it's weird to go back to something that was really sad and scary in a kid and still be like, I can see it. I get it. I was valid in that, you know? So then, all of the animals, the chimps, the penguins, our four main characters, King Julian, Mort, Maurice, they all go into this car and they drive off because Dubois is coming and wants to kill them. Like, I genuinely hate whenever a villain is, like, seemingly indestructible and it's like there's nothing you can do. Like, it sends, like, genuine, like, fear through me because it's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you supposed to do? It's like in Star Wars A New Hope at the beginning of the movie when Darth Vader is just going through them. And it's like, there's no way to stop him. Like, that's the feeling of this. They're, like, trying to get away. And she, like, drives from a rooftop building to a giant other one. And it is so crazy. If this was me and I was, like, if I was, like, running away from her, I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna just let her kill me. Because, you know, there's nothing else I can do. She's gonna get me. She's gonna get me. They get onto, like, the plane that the penguins had, and they go away, and they're safe, but then the plane crashes because it's so poorly made, and they see an old circus train, and then it's like an actual circus, just, like, old. There's a Russian tiger, I guess Siberian, named Vitaly, and he's like, you're not getting on my train. And then a jaguar named Gia is like, come on, let them on. Then there's a sea lion named Stefano who is, like, super nice, and I love him so much, and his accent is so silly. And he's like, I was told I was below average intelligence. And then he's like, but maybe I'm normal intelligence because I have this good idea that you guys should join our circus. But all of them lie. So, like, they lie to be like, oh no, we're also in a circus from America, please help us, the cops are coming to get us. Like, the police are trying to get them because it's, like, a crash landed plane and blah 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 blah. So they all jump on, and then it's like, so what do you do for your circus? And Alex is like, I do the trapeze, and I have a jetpack, and I do all these crazy things. And they're like, whoa, that's so cool. He's lying. All he does is he stands on a rock in New York City.
Into a pool full of water, full of cobras.
It appears like I'm jumping into a pool.
With cobras.
Aquatic cobras for effect, but I actually pull up at the last second.
Pull up?
Yeah.
How do you do that? Wire harness. Balloons. Jetpack.
Well,
So then they're all like, you guys can join us, whatever, and we're gonna go to Rome. Vitaly is like a very angry guy. We find out later, and it's really sad, and I'll just explain it now because it's like I don't want to jump around too much. But we find out that he used to like jump through like hoops, like literal hoops. And then one time he did a super small one and he lathered himself in olive oil and lit it on fire, and then he burned all of his hair off. He lost all of his popularity. His wife left him. He used to have like very smooth hair, and now it's like rough and coarse, and he's like, oh, my hair, it's not baby smooth anymore. That was the worst accent ever.
He fly too close to the sun. Lost everything. His wife. He lost his dignity, his fame, his passion, and his fur. And when it grow back, it is less soft.
The sea lion Stefano is really the one who really wants to work with them, and he's like super friendly and super nice. While this is happening, King Julian, who's now on the circus train, meets a giant brown bear named Sonia, and they fall in love. And Sonia she looks dazed and confused. She's like, and then he's like, smile, and she's like, it's so funny. It is so funny and so uncomfortable. And she constantly just sits on top of him or lays on him, and he's like, oh, I love you, but he's trying to breathe. It's a gag throughout the whole thing, and it's very sweet. And then her tricycle breaks because she just rides a tricycle constantly, and he buys her a Ducati. It's so funny. It is so funny. I wonder if they got sponsored. So they're on the train heading to Rome to do a thing, and the chimps buy off the circus, so they own the circus because they won a bunch of money on Monte Carlo, and then they bought the circus, and the people in the circus are good. This circus freaking sucks. Our tiger doesn't want to jump through hoops anymore. He's lame. And while this is happening, Dubois, it's so nasty. She's on her hands and knees crawling around. It is so freakish. I hate it so much, and can smell the lion, and it just looks like it looks like Alex was ripping ass, and that's how she can tell, but it's not. It's just the pheromones or the scent of a lion, I guess. But she's like, lion, I know they were there with the circus. They had a really bad performance in Rome. It sucked really bad. Everyone left. Stefano explains why they used to be a great circus, and then they kind of fell off because Vitaly had an accident. So Alex is like, you know what, we're gonna make a really big circus. So then they stop the train and they go and they start practicing and doing all these big things. Gloria and Millman are doing a tightrope. Stefano and Marty are getting launched out of a cannon, and then Alex and Gia are doing a tightrope, trapeze performance. He's just making it up because he did not actually do anything, but she's like, oh my gosh, this is actually so cool. American trapeze artists know what they're doing. They travel to London where they have a huge show, and they've been practicing for a while, so they do amazing. And Vitaly finally jumps through the hoop that he got scared on, and he does it, and everyone goes crazy. And there's an American scout there who wants to see if they could perform in America, and they want to win him over because they want to go back to New York. They want to go back to the zoo. So they are it's the most amazing show ever. Everyone is like, hey, this is actually kind of freaking good. We're working out. And then at the end of the show, Dubois comes up. The penguins push her into the cannon and light it up and make her fly away. But she had dropped a poster where it was New York City lost its zoo creatures. The lion, Alex the lion's super famous, right? So then they see it and they're like, you're not actually circus? All of the people see it all of the animals see it, and they're like, you're not actually circus, you lied to us, you're not actually family. And they're like, you would have never let us on the train if you didn't think we were circus. And they get super upset, so then they kind of kick the four out. And then they all head to America because they got the contract, but they're like, you guys have to be in a boat behind us. You are not sitting in our boat. And it's so sad. They're in a little dinghy behind them. They go back to the zoo, and they're like, I don't know if we want to go back to the zoo, because they see that they had put on cages up where they were in it seems a lot smaller and less how much we liked it. And then they have a sweetheart to heart, and it's we should go back to the zoo because there's performing in Central Park. the circus is performing in Central Park and the zoo is right near it. So it's like, let's just go back there and explain that we're really sorry and we like love working with them and they're our family, whatever. And while this is happening, Dubois comes and shoots them all with trank guns and knocks them out. And so mean, they shot Gloria like 10 times. No, like 5 or 6. But it's like, if you take all of her mass, it's not insanely different, right? Because she doesn't seem like a giant hippo, like not like freaking Moto. Also, a full-grown giraffe weighs about the same as like a full-grown female hippo. And I did Google it, so don't even come for me. But they got shot, and then she's about to saw off Alex's head with a literal saw before he's even dead.
Huh?
Which is so crazy. And then the zookeeper's like, oh my gosh, you found him. You found all the animals. Thank you so much. You get a prize. And she's like, yep, that's what I was doing. So then they have like a huge like speech for her. And they have like Alex come out and like there's like a giant cage around him. So he's like, oh, this isn't even as great. So he like stands up and he's like, this kind of sucks. And it's really sad. And then Dubois attempts to shoot him with a not a trank gun, but like a kill ya gun. Like with like poison in it because it has a skull on it. So you know it kills ya. But at the very last moment, Gia jumps in and saves him and, like, knocks him out of the way because King Julian also got tranked by them and had wandered off back to the circus and was like, Sonia, I miss you. I love you, Sonia, the bear. And then they're like, and then the penguins are like, where did you get, like, where was the trank gun? He's like, the zoo. So then, like, all of them go and save all of them. And they do, like, a huge, like, they bring some of the performance with them, like, the giant balloons. And so, like, they save all of them, and, like, they get to show off their skills. Vitaly jumps through the key. It's actually very cool. Vitaly jumps through the keyhole in Marty's enclosure and then grabs him again and just jumps out of it because he can do, like, really tiny rings. He can jump through them. Then, like, all of them are, like, about to be saved when Stefano is still on the ground and Dubois has him with one of those, like, animal catcher nets and is about to, like, kill him, right? And then Alex jumps down and is, like, saving him because he does like the special trapeze trick that he lied about at the beginning when he first met them, and he does it and they all are safe. And then Dubois is shipped off in a crate with Madagascar, so it's like, so she can hunt all those endangered animals? No, but it's like, I feel like she would die before she got there, and or if it fell off, she would sink and die. So either way, you know, drowning or starving. Good way to go for losers like her. And then they're like, you know what, we're gonna join your circus and we're gonna be with you for the rest of this time. And it's very sweet. And everyone like forgives him and is like, yeah, you're like our actual family. We love you. Although this movie is genuinely horrifying, cause like I maybe watched like half of it in the theaters when I was a kid, although it was 13 years ago. So very much of like a not remembering most of it. But there were lots of parts that I remembered. I remembered all the animal heads and stuff, and I was like, this is the most horrific thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I know this is, like, really dark, but I feel like the only way you could stop someone like Dubois is to kill her. Because she escaped a prison earlier in the movie and does these most insane stunts and tricks and all those things. And it's like, I feel like the only way you can stop someone like that is by killing them. Like, why didn't Vitalik just eat her? You know? Let him at it. You have, like, 3 big cats. Eat her! Eat her! You guys are like the scariest cats in the world. You have a lion, a tiger, and a jaguar. Eat her. But no, they ship her off, and she's fine. She's alive. Oof. Pissed me off. Like, it's like you guys couldn't show that because it's like a kid's movie, but then again, it's like, y'all also showed a bunch of dead animals. And she just continuously tries to saw off Alex's head. It's crazy while he's alive. I faced my fear though when I watched this movie. So that's a plus for me. That's all I have today. Let me know if you watched this as a kid and if you were frightened by it. Because like, I was like genuinely like, it's the same feeling whenever you watch like a war movie and someone dies really slowly. And it's like that sick feeling. You're like, this is just like so disgusting and wrong and it's so sad. That's how I felt watching this as a kid. It's like Willem Dafoe's end in Platoon. But that's like, if you bottle that feeling you get when you watch that. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Because if you don't, I'm not gonna say your head's gonna get put on a wall because that's too much. You're gonna get shot with a trank dart. Pretty rough. Yeah. Okay. Bye!